Hi, my name is Natalie Hilliard, and I will be presenting on traditional and online learning models. First, addressing the similarity and differences between the traditional and online models. Curriculum is actually similarity between the two, as they're both effective whether online or in class, but may differ in design. And the second similarity is collaboration or group learning, as they are both utilized but not necessarily as effective in one over the other. In fact, face-to-face group learning is typically more effective when collaborating, but online collaborating with projects and such equals the same effectiveness. Two differences between traditional and online models is one is flexible, which is online is flexible and can be done where and when the learner decides, while in contrast, traditional classrooms are set as set time and place. The second difference is the engagement of the student. The online student engages by writing within the classroom, while within the online forum or platform, while the classroom learner engages face-to-face. A traditional model, the advantages of that is a face-to-face interaction, which is actually one of the most powerful interactions known to humans, as well as immediate feedback from teachers. And online model advantages is it opens up possibilities for certain demographics, such as single moms like myself, career professionals, and those who live remotely where they would not be able to learn as they're not in close proximity to a university. The second part is flexibility. That is classwork can be done anytime, anywhere, at any place, such as Starbucks where I'm at right now. Traditional disadvantages is a lecture-based learning. In this, the student does not engage, and so with that, they tend to get lost or be less effective with short attention span. And as technology advances, that will be even more present, where it will be much harder to stay relevant with lecture-based learning. Another traditional disadvantage that was not mentioned prior is it is not as flexible, and so learners have to drive to school, commute, and live near a university if they're going to attend classes, and they have to be able to be available either morning or at night when they typically or traditionally are set. Online disadvantages, you have to be self-motivated in an online learning environment, whereas it doesn't work very well if you're not, because no one is actually pushing you to do your schoolwork or turn it in, and deadlines can easily be ignored if you don't stay on top of it. And then a second online disadvantage is it does not work with all learning types. So if you are an auditory or aesthetic learner, you're going to struggle more with online learning than if you are a visual learner. Online learning theory that applies to traditional learning is, online learning theory that applies is Knowles shows that adult learners can direct their own learning, have life experiences that can be used in the classroom, and look to apply the knowledge learned to their current world, which seems to connect to the 6 principles of adult learning, and that is actually by Hoon and Wilkins, 2018. Traditional model learning theory is cognitivism, which essentially places the internal thoughts of the observer. Learning happens when the student is able to break down and organize new information, which can be done by note-taking in a lecture-based learning environment. What's powerful in both models, actually, is the team and collaborative approach. Going back to that, where they're both similarities, but they're also both powerful, because they connect with collaborative approach. We can connect with diverse backgrounds and people, where we are sharpened by combining knowledge as a learner rather than just an individual perspective. It also allows for real-world skills and active participation. Secondly, experiential learning, which taps into hands-on learning, can be done both in a remote setting as well as a classroom. This is proven where in experiential learning, it's reflection, experiment, and project-based learning.
Sorry, we're closed now.
Can you hit pause?